4 years after Nebraska, director Alexander Payne is opening the 74th edition of the Venice Film Festival with Downsizing, featuring Matt Damon and Kristen Wiig in the lead roles. The film is at once playful, audacious and ambitious.
Get out and open your eyes. The world is filled with things to see.
We think that this story, even though it has a science fiction premise and is told on a larger canvas, is very much in keeping with our previous collaborations and has the same sense of humor and the same, basically the same tone. Jim, what would you say?
I agree.
You may find yourself in another part of the world.
We did a little bit of consulting with science with what would the physics really be if you were actually that small. Really, if you were that small, the quality of your voice would change, how you walked would be different. You could survive a fall from a proportionally higher height. At a certain point, we had to stop caring about that because we really just cared about the story.
And you may find yourself behind the wheel of a large automobile.
I think some of the international flavor of the film comes from the fact that even though we were going to make an American film set mostly in the United States, the idea of downsizing, we wanted very much to imply how it would ripple around the world.
For me, honestly, it was just knowing Alexander was involved. I've been a fan of his my entire life, and I know a lot of people are talking about how this movie is making statements about the environment and where we live, and I loved what Alexander said about it being a love story, which I think is true. And I think that's all that I'm going to say about that.
To be fair, every actor in the world wants to work with Alexander. I just thought this script was absolutely beautiful and wonderful and original and unique, and I think in terms of, I don't know, my role in the, in the bigger picture, I really do believe that movies are the greatest tool for empathy that we have, and I love about this what I love about a lot of these stories that I get to help tell, which is just that it shows a relatable character whose life is different from our own, but who we can find common cause with.
And you may find yourself in a beautiful house with a beautiful wife.
The thing that I love the most about Alexander Payne films and about Downsizing in particular is just how funny it is, and I hope that the humor doesn't get lost in the bigger story and sort of the heavier issues that the story deals with.
Alexander and Jim are so meticulous when they write, and they take so much time, and Alexander's so meticulous as a director that he's more than willing to do 20 or 30 takes if necessary, and every shot that he's making is going to be in the movie, and you can see how it's all going to fit together like a Swiss watch.
It's difficult to predict how anyone will view your film. How's that for a vague answer? I think it's optimistic about certain things and pessimistic about other things.
In fact, a journalist said to me, which I thought this was really great, he said, this is Alexander's most optimistic movie, and it has the apocalypse in it. Which I think says a lot about Alexander, but no, I do think that at the end of the day, it's about, there's this sense that we're all in this together, and I feel like that is a very hopeful message in what is, as you say, a very divided world.
And you may say